Here's a mistake I see on LinkedIn all the time that I really want to address, and that is that people are using hashtags. And if that's you, you need to stop immediately because it's really hurting your reach. Here's the thing, LinkedIn's algorithm has changed. Hashtags is like 2020. You don't want to stick into 2020. You want to move into 2026. In 2026, LinkedIn really cares about relevance. And in this video, I'm going to share 4 different things that you really need to do instead so that you can also start attracting high quality coaching clients on LinkedIn. All 4 of these things are key, so make sure you stick until the end so that you get all 4 of them. But let's start with the first one. Have you ever thought about the see more? This is what you need to leverage. The see more click. That is what you want. Because even if people don't like, they don't comment on your post, what LinkedIn really counts on too is dwell time. That means that the time it takes for someone to go through your post. And if someone just scrolls by your post and they don't click see more, then you've lost the game. So instead of researching hashtags or coming up with creative hashtags, spend that time on creating the best hook that you can ever make. Because it's the hook that makes people stop in the tracks when they are scrolling through LinkedIn. And I'm not talking about clickbait hooks, right? Because you don't want to make people disappointed when they stop to read your content. You want them to click because they were interested in what it is that you're writing, but you really need to get them to stop. And once they have clicked see more, you continue writing your content, like your caption of the post. Think in terms of a little bit like a blog post without like a massive blog post. You don't want to write like a novel or anything like that. But think in terms of easy to read, easy to understand, but also easy to comment on. And make sure that you use words in your content that are SEO relevant. Use the words in your content, in your about page and in your headline that you know that your clients are really searching for. What is the words that they are using when they're searching for people like you? If it is an executive coach or if it's a performance coach or whatever it might be, use those words. But don't try to be funny, creative or anything like that, or use like I did in the beginning when I said I'm a strategic life advisor or something like that. Just because Tony Robbins used those words. I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm nowhere near Tony Robbins. He has been building his brand for 40 years, 40 plus years even. You can't compare yourself with someone who's like ages and ages ahead of you. But make it easy for your people to find you. So the first one was to get people to stop to read your post. And the second one is to use words in your post, in your content, in your headline and in your about page that people are actually looking for, that they understand, so that they understand that you are for them. Number 3 is the engagement loop. And with engagement, I mean by people commenting on your stuff, but also that you comment on other people's content, that you connect with people in the direct messages. That is where kind of like the core lies in LinkedIn. That is what makes LinkedIn so different compared to Instagram and Facebook and YouTube too. Even though your post now lives a little bit longer than it did before, the first hour after your post goes live is still highly relevant. What does that mean? Well, it means that LinkedIn expects you to be on the platform, expects you to engage with others and respond to comments on your own post. And here's an easy trick to actually get people to engage in your posts. First of all, make them very easy to understand and easy to comment on. And that means that you ask an easy to respond to question at the end of your post. Don't make it very hard for people. For example, what is your life purpose? That is a hard question to answer. But instead, you might say, well, here are top 3 tips of, and then you mention what it is that you're doing, your topic or whatever. And then you can add, which one of these 3 have you tried already? Or what do you want to add? People love to add their own thoughts and comments on your post, especially if you're making lists. Then we have number 4, which is not really very unique for LinkedIn. It's for all social media platforms. They want people to stay on their platform. And as soon as you add a link in the caption of your post to, for example, your freebie or a blog post or maybe a YouTube video, that then draws the attention. It pulls people off LinkedIn And LinkedIn wants people to stay on the platform, so that reduces the number of impressions you might get on your post. Unless you're a huge creator already, because then it doesn't matter that much. But for us smaller creators, it really matters. So what you can do instead is to add the links to your freebies or whatever it is that you want to share in the comment section underneath. Unless you are promoting something. Because then it's probably better that it's easy to find the link to buy your offer or to download your freebie if you're only promoting a freebie every now and then. So then make sure you add it in the caption. I know it's a little bit contradictory, but depending on what do you want this post to do? What do you want to promote this week? Or is it more to get engagement? Is it more to increase your audience that particular week? Plan your content a little bit more strategically, and you will see that your audience will grow with amazing people on LinkedIn. And I think that is actually one of the advantages of LinkedIn, that you get to connect with super cool people that in their turn will actually offer you additional opportunities too. So just let me summarize this. Stop trying to go viral or get more people to actually read your post by using hashtags, because they are not working. Instead, use keywords, use content, use words that people really understand and that positions you as an authority and expert in your field. If you found this helpful and you want to get your hands on my complete framework, I run a masterclass twice per year, and I will add the link underneath here so that you can register for the masterclass and be the first to know when we open it up the next time. And until then, thank you so much for being here. And if there are any topics that you would want me to address, make sure you add that in the comments below. Looking forward to seeing you in my next video.